Alright, folks, we're back. Hello. Got some coffee, some Twizzlers, a dice tower. Thank you again. You're going to show off that dice tower there, Sean. This very big thank you to Zan and Sarah, aka the ladies of She-Wolf Cosplays. This is...
For the Phillies.
For the Phillies.
Or Team Butts.
Or Team Butts. Because they're not watching.
Yeah.
This is a Roll for Initiative dice tower. This is made out of cardboard. It has a magnetic thing on the back. You can kind of see closer on the left side there. That's track initiative. They're all dry erase tiles. Red for enemies typically, blue for players. There's also an expansion for it where you can add a DM screen to it as well. So, we decided today's topic is 6 18s. You're going to roll stats, the dice gods smile upon you, and you manage to roll 6 18s. What do you play?
Very unlikely.
Pretty much everything is on the table, but just to show how unlikely, and for fun, we're all going to roll stats, and we're going to see what happens. So we're doing typical D&D rules, 46, drop the lowest. Why don't we go in turns just so we don't get confused?
I can't handle this.
Alright,
Do you
Sean.
need help?
Yeah, because the polls are all...
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay, Celine.
Is everything attached?
Who's going first?
I am.
Alright.
5, 10.
Yeah.
We'll do standard D&D rules, so that's only 6. You don't do the extra one to drop. That's something that I made up. 7.
Oh, okay.
So 46 drop the lowest. What do you got?
Fuck. I got 17.
Close.
17. All right, that's 1.
That's really good. Whoa.
Oh.
Ow!
We got
15.
All right, 10, 17, 15.
I like this dice tower.
Of course, it would start.
6, 4, 10. 13.
13.
What is that?
4.
13.
13.
It's a pretty good one so far.
15.
15. All right, sorry folks, I don't know what happened. It crashed there for a second. So Sean's rolls were 10, 17, 15, 13, 13, 15. That's a fantastic
I
character.
would take that character.
You would be happy with it.
Please.
Anytime.
What do you want?
Want the dice tower?
I had to take the standard away with that.
Sure.
Can we use the tower?
It's fun.
Sure. 11.
11.
Doesn't work as well with big dice.
Probably not. What do you got?
Tiny dice?
Maybe. 10.
11 and 10.
I'll use the teeny tiny dice. Yeah, see, way better. 14.
14. All right.
How many more do I have?
Better. 3 more.
Oh, that one wasn't as good. 10.
10.
14.
14. One more.
12.
12. Okay. Jake.
9.
Starting good.
Starting good. This is
This is like all too familiar.
14.
All right.
Let's see. 15.
15. All right. Not too bad.
Not terrible.
Better than there. Maybe not.
7.
7. Yikes. All right.
There we go. 14. And then what? One more?
One more.
7. Another 15.
Okay.
Really bad something.
Pat, what do you got?
Alright. I have... 10.
Nice.
Oh, 11.
11. All right. Pretty average.
And another... Yeah. Oh.
There we go.
17.
17. All right.
Alright.
You can turn this around yet.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or,
14.
yeah.
Oh, God. A 7!
Not
Yeah!
alone.
You're as dumb as I
All
am.
right, folks. Here we
All
go.
right. here we
I
go.
am not a gnome.
Well, that's not a great start. That's a 7.
Sevens.
That is a 15.
I don't want Bad Blood by Taylor Swift just popped in.
No, it's stuck in my head.
I don't know.
We got
Can't.
bad
Oh,
blood.
okay.
Because you know we got bad blood.
Used to be mad.
Ah.
But now we got bad blood.
What was that one?
Hey!
13.
13.
There's a
Can
hey.
we do it?
I think
I don't know
Adam,
this
it
one.
was
She's hanging.
horrible.
She's
up
14.
to.
She's hanging out with Charlie Sheen too much.
Or are we not hanging out with Charlie Sheen enough?
I'm
No.
going to take that one. That was
Count for points.
better. 10.
Did any of us get an 18?
Nobody got an 18.
The 2 17s.
There were 2 17s.
And 3 sevens.
No 16s. Not 1 16.
Mm-hmm.
3 7s. Alright, so nobody came even close. And watch, I'm going to swap out this die. This die. This will be the 18 right here. Nope.
Nope.
Alright.
Good.
Missed lesson.
It's impossible.
Alright, I'm gonna move
There-
this.
there's the 16.
Getting
Okay.
6 18s is impossible.
Appreciate it.
Essentially.
Correct. So, that being said, that was a little fun thing we did. Now, to the hypothetical situation where you managed to get 6 18s. What do you play? Who goes first? Who wants to go?
Alright, I got 2 ideas.
Alright, let's hear
I
it.
also have 2 ideas.
I'm gonna.
I have one simple idea.
I
Okay.
like it.
I get 2 ideas. One is like by the book, and the other one is not by the. It's like expanded stuff. So my one idea is a hill dwarf blood hunter, the blood hunter homebrew class.
Yep.
14 levels of that, and 6 levels of Undying Light Warlock.
Okay.
So with the Undying Light Warlock, you get range contingency. You get the thing where when you go down to 0 health, you explode and gain half your health back.
Okay.
You gain your charisma modifier to all fire spells.
Sweet.
So you take all that stuff and you combine it with the Blood Hunter. It's only fire spells, so if you did the Blood Hunter Blood Right, it wouldn't do anything. But I would take the Warlock,
The profane soul.
the Order of the Profane Soul. So you're a 3rd Warlock caster. You get more cantrips that way, so you have range utility. And you also get, one of the things that they get that I really like, is you can cast a cantrip and then make a melee attack as a bonus action. So with that, you could, if you took Green Flame Blade, hit someone with Green Flame Blade, it would do, let's say you are, I don't know, 7th level and you already have both of the things, or at least a couple levels of both things. Oh, sorry, you only get that at 7th level. So 8th level, you got 1 level of the Undying Light Warlock. Your Green Flame Blade, the first guy is now doing he's getting hit by 2d8 plus your strength mod plus your charisma mod. And the second guy is getting 1d8 plus your wisdom mod plus your charisma
2d8
mod.
plus 8 at least.
Yeah. And then the next guy is getting 1d8 plus 8 at least. And then you can still make a melee attack. With a sword with your blood right. I picked Hill Dwarf because in order to do a blood right, you lose your total HP goes down. Sorry, your hit point maximum goes down by 1 per level, like character level.
Hildorf can't.
Hill Dwarf, you get 1 plus. So you'd have max Constitution, 19 Wisdom. I think that'd be really fun.
That would be really fun.
That was my one build, and the other build is a Barbarian.
A barbarian.
Barbarian. 4 levels of Bard, rest Barbarian.
Why only 4 levels?
4 levels? 3 levels. We'll definitely get Cutting Word. You're going to get Cutting Word. And
6 levels.
6
that's
levels
6.
will get you Spirit Guardians. Yeah.
The Spirit Guard Barbarian.
Spirit Guard Barbarian, that's not a bad idea.
Ah.
Then you
Wait,
don't
no,
get-
I think you were right. I think it was 6.
You can
I think it was 6. But then the rest
have
Barbarian.
guardians
Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Bard.
from the barbarian.
And then
The Bard
for Barbarian, go the Polearm build. So you have a lot of bonus action utility. You can cast bonus action spells as long as you're not raging. You can use a bonus action to hit with the butt of the spear, or the polearm, or whatever you end up using.
Yep.
And you can do a bonus action for Or is it a reaction for cutting word? I think it's a reaction.
Reaction.
So now you have reaction, bonus action, and regular action utility, which barbarians don't have. They have they do actions, and that's enough.
Bonus action for rage. That's about it.
Yeah, and then I think a reaction for danger sense, maybe.
That's just a save.
It's just a save.
Whenever
Yeah.
you use a save.
So
Dexterity.
it would make up. It would. The barbarian would be more well-rounded. It's a build that you couldn't do unless you had 6 18s, and that'd be a fun thing to take advantage of. And it would amuse me. I would be amused.
Yes. That sounds like fun.
Yes, human barbarian.
Human barbarian.
I'm still a fan of whenever you do Blood Hunter doing human just for the variant to get heavy armor.
Yes, sir.
Solid call. Celine, how about you?
Okay, so just disclaimer, as someone who knows practically nothing about D&D.
What are you talking about? You play it every Tuesday.
Yeah, but
And
hours.
the
Sometimes
talking and the numbers and the
Hours of
things.
Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
don't. You guys tell me what to do. That's not the same thing as knowing it.
I don't know if that's true.
So,
I believe it.
because I tend to have more fun doing the role playing stuff, and
Today
since
was
numbers.
all for you. Did not do a lot of haggling though.
No, I didn't. I'm not in the. Anyway. Words. No. But I would say I would want to do something that I would just have fun being a character with, because numbers wouldn't really matter for a lot of stuff. So, like, saying it'd be funny to be, like, what was it, half orc?
Yeah.
Or just something like a really gross, unlikable character who's just sarcastic and a dick to everybody and just doesn't like anybody, but because you have such a high charisma and all that stuff, people like you.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep following me, and you're just like, why is this? I don't want.
Everybody
leave me
alone.
Right? And if you're really
He's
good,
so
if people
sensitive and
make.
sweet. He's like Shrek.
He'd be like Shrek.
lot like Shrek.
He'd be a lot like Shrek,
Have a
except
lot of
he'd
layers.
actually be mean.
I think Shrek is actually me.
He's actually mean a little bit.
Yeah, but like, he wouldn't grow soft in the end.
Okay.
Good.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It'd be constant. There was earlier, he's really good at his job and people really like him. We start erecting statues of him, and that is the origin of the asshole statues.
I see. So they are the bad magic beans all came from your half-orc character.
Yes.
All right.
That's all I got.
I was hoping somebody would have, when you spoke with Dead, that you would have asked, like, some more questions of that, different questions of that guy. I was going to have him that he was out to try to kill you because he overheard the statue.
We destroy the statues.
Yeah, but he was there. You guys were very focused on the statues and the beans, not anything
You
with the
still have the
surrounding.
Clyde head.
I do still have the Clyde.
It's an anime
Yeah.
now. It only lasts for 24 hours. And
It's
it goes-
still a
Oh.
statue though, right?
Yeah.
Clyde's head.
Yeah, it just turns inert after 24
I
hours.
should be giving it to Rick. We're gonna be gone
Wait,
for a while.
you still could.
I
Still in
forgot about something.
That'd be awkward.
Reason for the barbarian.
I feel
Yep.
it.
Sorry. For jack of all trades, because I feel like one of the things, if you have all 18s, you are great at everything.
Yes.
So having jack of all trades with have half your proficiency bonus to all of your skills, and having stats that good would be very beneficial to your party.
Agreed.
So you'd go level 1 bard,
For the
so you get
skills.
4 skill proficiencies, and then you do other things,
Barbarian thing.
barbarian things.
I would go pure 20 levels of barbarian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you start off half orc barbarian, 20 strength, 19 con. Level 4 rolls around, you get your first ability, or you take the feat, resilient, dexterity, 19 dex, 19 con. Level 8 rolls around, 20 dex, 20 constitution, 20 strength, and you have a proficiency on all those saving throws.
That's solid.
Level 20, or by the end of it, you could have, because at level 20 primal champion, plus 4 to strength and constitution, you could have 24, 24, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Shit.
That's very loud.
So you could be literally maxed out as a character. You wouldn't
Yeah.
have any other feats aside from resilient, but you would be maxed out.
Oh.
And you'd be like, I am the barbarian king.
That would be. I didn't even think of that. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. And you would have a 20 armor class with no armor. You'd start with an 18 armor class and 16 health. Level 1.
Yeah.
18 armor class, 16 health. That's
That's insane.
crazy.
And by the end, what is it? Because it goes up by 4, right? Your con goes
Yeah.
up by 4?
Yeah.
So does your
Primal
strength.
Champion?
So, yeah.
So, well, just for,
22 at the end.
yeah, 22 AC.
And
not
you would have a
wearing any
20
armor.
at level 8.
You
You
have
would have a
24,
20 armor.
or unless you stopped your. I missed that. Did you stop your con at?
No, it's 20.
No.
So then it would be 24.
Well, it's your strength and your constitution.
Both go up by 4.
No, your dex and your constitution.
Oh,
or your
I'm
armor
sorry.
class.
You're thinking Pugmire.
No, I'm thinking something else.
No.
So
I'm
Think
thinking
about it.
22 as your score, not as your AC. 22 was
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, the AC is 22, your score
Yeah.
is 24.
Yeah.
So you would be a monster
And you
of
could-
everything.
You can still wear a shield.
Well, you could get bracelets
No.
of defense.
Exactly,
get
because
two
you'd be
more.
unarmed.
I mean, either one.
20. Well, and then you could wield a great sword or a great
Yeah.
axe
Yeah,
and do ridiculous.
Within 20
things.
levels, you could probably find a bracers of defense.
I
probably.
would imagine.
Or at least one ring of defense.
Yeah.
Plus 1. Yeah, that's all your saves. Well, the other part of that is
It's like a
something I
25
also
total.
thought. There's really, other than the benefits, other than the stats, is if you went mountain dwarf, you start with a +2 strength, +2 con. So you
True.
start at 220s.
Okay, maybe that then.
The only thing is everything else sucks.
Yeah.
You still have
I do like the half orc because the criticals
Brutal
are,
critical.
get brutal
Yeah, even
critical
better,
from,
yeah.
and then brutal critical for barbarian. You're rolling an extra 4 dice every time you crit, so you're rolling 6, or you're rolling you roll 6d12s every time you crit.
I mean, it doesn't.
That's why I would use a great axe.
It doesn't affect like this hypothetical, but like if one of us were a barbarian in this game where we're doing the critical hit table, could you imagine if you were like you're adding 4 extra, so on a critical you're rolling what, let's say 6d12, and you get the one that's triple.
Yeah.
6d12.
I would say in that instance, the base thing would all be that triple. The brutal critical would be outside of that.
That's right.
So you would roll
That's a fair roll.
3 extra for the base, and then the brutal critical on top of that.
My other one would be a 3 fighter to get champion, get the extra crit, and then 17 rogue. Because then you
Sweet.
get 19, 20 crits, and then you get all the sweet rogue stuff.
Which rogue would you go?
I think probably thief because I like it for playing, like role playing.
Mhm.
So I like mastermind because that's fun. Depends on what the
Mastermind
rest
is
of
really
the
good because I like the
group is
help
going
from
on.
30 feet away.
Yeah.
That
That
is
is really
solid.
good.
And that's a bonus action.
yeah. So
Right.
super useful. It would depend on what the rest of the group looked like, which way I would go with that.
Well, you also have the healing. You can you take the. I mean, you have enough. You could take the healer feat because
Right.
you have so many stats at this point. Plus, you get an extra stat as a rogue.
Yeah.
They get that extra one at level 12, I think, or level 10 or something.
10. Yep.
Yeah. So you could take the healer feat and then heal as a bonus action using a healer's kit and heal more health than anybody else in the game.
Yeah. So those would be my two
That'd be
choices.
Those would be sweet.
I'd be happy with either.
I'll just keep it short and simple. I would probably stick with a druid for the tank side, versatility of spell casting, or the monk because it's really fun to play.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of there are a handful, most of the martial classes, martial/spellcasting classes, you get that, you need the 3 stats. Like
Yeah.
a monk, you need dex, wisdom, and con. Con for health, because you're going to be in melee, wisdom for your monk abilities, and dex for your attacks. Same thing with like a paladin, you're going to need either strength or dex,
And then
charisma,
Constitution.
constitution. Obviously, having a good wisdom, as you've seen, is not a bad thing because it prevents you from being dominated, of your mind being dominated.
But the other thing with Monk is at a certain point you get proficiency with all saves. So having your stats that high and having proficiency with all saves is you're in a pretty good spot.
If you got a
Pretty
good
sweet.
old paladin friend hanging out,
Yeah.
Well,
you can get savior.
that segues pretty well into one, not my ideal one, but one of my interesting ones, which is the 14 monk, 6 paladin, which is at this point you'd have 14 monk, you get proficiency in all saves.
Mm-hmm.
A paladin would also have charisma modifier to all saves.
Yeah.
So you'd have enough ability score boosts to put to max everything.
Do you need a weapon attack to smite though?
Yes, you do need a weapon, but monk weapons.
Monk weapons would
Monk
work.
weapons.
So you could use a short sword, quarterstaff. Wouldn't matter because you'd have enough to max all of your stats, and also because you'd probably just be a half elf, +2 to charisma, +1 to 2 other stats. Bump those at level 4, have all your stats at 20, and have a 15 in every save.
Yeah.
You said you'd be 14 monk?
I think it's 14.
Yeah. At 14, your martial weapon, or your monk weapons are doing a D8 anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that would be 15 in every save.
Yeah.
So your minimum is a 16 if you roll a 1. And remember, folks, a 1 is not a critical fail on a save, it's just a 1.
Yeah.
So your minimum roll is a 16.
Maximum
And if
35.
you're near another paladin, it's been confirmed by the devs on multiple occasions, multiple paladin or a stack.
Yeah. We should
So
all
if
be
you're near
paladins.
another
paladins.
if you're near another paladin, that goes up by theirs as well.
Nice.
So
I mean, there are 4 different paladin oaths? 5?
I have ones that there are 4 per the
4 printed.
4
you could each do one.
5 if you count Oathbreaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I have a couple other that I like that I think would be solid. Oath of the Crown. The more I look at it, Oath of the Crown is good if you only look at it for a few things,
Okay.
like Spirit Guardians. It's worth it for the level 9 for Spirit Guardians because Paladin, 3rd level Paladin spells are only okay.
Okay.
But like your Channel Divinity is garbage, but most Channel Divinities are garbage.
Yeah.
They're all garbage.
Well,
I
I mean,
of enmity.
yeah,
vengeance.
well, that's an advantage on all attacks against one enemy,
Yeah.
which is nice. And the Devotion one is a +10 to all attacks for a minute. +10 to your attack roll.
Yeah, that's all.
That one's the only thing okay about Oath of the Crown is the reaction to heal people. It's not. I mean, you get Channel Divinities back on a bonus, or on a short rest rather, but it's like a D6 plus your Charisma modifier to everybody within 30 feet.
Mm.
Not great, but
I mean, if you got 5 charisma.
yeah. No, I mean it's better than a healing word.
Yeah.
And it's a bonus action too, and you're not wasting a spell on it. But so mine, not my real one, but my kind of one was that one, the Master of All Saves. If you could somehow work Bard in there, which you can't really, but if you could work Bard in there, you just get all of your stats through the roof, but your skills. But one of my other ones is it's more of a concept, kind of more like what Celine was talking about, which is the it's a wizard. Or it's maybe not even there's like the wizard monk idea where you're like very bookish, but you're also like you start off as a monk and you're a disciple and you're learning all this stuff, and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna learn some magic instead. And then you become a monk wizard, and then you have ridiculous armor, and you can punch better than most weapons you could use as a wizard, and you have all the wizard spells.
All those wizards.
Or just the complete roleplay, you're barbarian, that's just super equacious. That just is like really like you have a 20 intelligence and you're a barbarian, and you just love like books and learning and knowledge and accumulating language, but you just have a really, really short fuse. So like you love books and you love learning, but like somebody pisses you off and you're like, that's it, we're done. And you just go into a rage and you just start, like, maybe you only fight with fists because you're like, I just want to, like, I don't care about
crush
this.
'em.
I just want to punch people. Like, so I kind of like that idea where you're...
I got a shield and I punch people.
I mean, like, maybe your background is sage and you're good at learning and you focus on getting a lot of languages. Maybe you even take feats to learn more languages, or, like, observant, so you can have the bonus in your passive investigation, and you have all this stuff going, and then you're like, okay... I'm just gonna fight people because I'm angry. I guess I didn't really intend it to be that way, but I guess it's more of a literal interpretation with some control of Bruce Banner, I guess.
Yeah.
You're like a scientist and super nerdy about stuff, but like, don't make me angry because I'm gonna mess you up. So that's one. We actually did have a couple suggestions from, before I get into my actual one, we did get some suggestions from people on Twitter about ones that they would make. Gozira, who is my DM for Roll, which you guys should all check out and go subscribe to the YouTube channel. He suggested a drow, because why not?
That's fair.
And I was like, yeah, I guess if you hit like a truck, it doesn't matter if you have disadvantage on everything in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, you have 18 in every stat and 20 dex, like...
You're gonna hit.
no, I can't see, doesn't matter.
Stabbed you anyway.
Yeah. Or cast spells to be a spellcaster. And somebody else, Michael Altweiss, I believe it was, said, a disgraced human paladin looking for redemption. Just looking to save himself and the world. More of a concept, but again, with those stats, I believe you could do it.
You do whatever you want.
No.
You could save the world with all
world.
18s.
With all 18s, you could fight a god.
Yeah,
You
and
could
again,
be a god.
Gozera
You
said,
are a god.
I think at that point you probably will never fail ability checks anyway.
Yeah.
With 18 in every stat.
Be alright. Well, we could do it.
Oh, I could do it.
I feel like we could fail anything.
I feel like I'm very good at failing.
So my concept was
Failingist.
trying to take advantage of the fact, because as we all know, there are more charisma. Thank you, Jaren, for posting. There are more charisma stats, more charisma-based classes in this game than anything else.
Yeah.
You have Bard, Paladin, Sorcerer, and Warlock all use charisma. You have Wizards are the only ones that use Intelligence, and then everybody else uses Wisdom, or they're just martial completely. I mean, Arcane Trickster, Eldritch Knight aside. But, so something that kind of takes spells from both sides of things, like the way Rick is built to be a level 1 Cleric, level 19 Bard, you don't have to worry about, like, I have to put a 13 in my Wisdom because you got 18 and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
But mine that we kind of, a couple of us have talked about is my Tempest Cleric Storm Sorcerer, which is designed to just mess people up and ruin the game.
I'm gonna kill all this stuff.
He's
right
like he's not, I was gonna say he's a one-trick pony, but he's not, because he's also a sorcerer cleric, so he's also super useful. But 6 levels of, you could actually do 2 levels of cleric, 18 levels of sorcerer, so you get
Flying.
flight for storm sorcerer,
Yeah.
60-foot fly speed, immunity to lightning and thunder damage, and 9th level spells. So that's one option. Or you trade that off for a second channel divinity and a little more utility, Spirit Guardians, for instance, as well. So 6 level cleric, 14 level storm sorcerer. That gives you, as a Tempest cleric, anytime you deal lightning or thunder damage, you can max the damage without rolling. So you don't roll the dice, you just do max damage. You're a sorcerer, so you have Quicken Spell, you have Twin Spell. You have all the sorcerer or the cleric spells that you get from your domain spells. You also have, anytime you deal lightning damage to an enemy, you push them back 10 feet. At this point, you also have the ability you have Thunderous Rebuke, which is useless now that I think about it, because anytime you're hit with a melee attack, you can deal lightning damage equal to your sorcerer level, just free, no save. That's their 14th level ability.
It's a better ability.
Yeah.
Well, until you get there.
Yeah, until you get there, you have Thunderous
Thunderous
Rebuke,
Rebuke.
or Wrath of the Storm, whatever it's actually called.
Yeah.
And you can also, at 6th level, you're resistant to thunder and lightning damage, and anytime you deal thunder or lightning damage to anybody with a spell above what 1st level or up, you deal half your sorcerer level to all creatures you choose within 7 feet.
Nice.
So at this point,
Then 7 feet?
I'm sorry.
10 feet.
Oops. I've got John Cena.
John Cena, that's right.
John Cena showed up.
John
Coming
Cena
through.
showed up.
I gotta go, guys.
And his name.
But anyway,
I couldn't see
John
him.
Cena.
But I'm sorry, you would do within 10 feet, you do half your sorcerer level, which would be 7.
Okay.
So for this, you would basically, the big one that I used as an example was Witch Bolt, because normally Witch Bolt is kind of crappy, because that's your action every turn is to just do damage with Witch Bolt, but it does d12s, and you don't have to roll anymore.
Sure.
So if you were the max level, you could max out Witch Bolt at 9th level, which would do 8d12, and you could twin it to hit 2 people and max the damage.
And kill the dragons.
So what is it?
Yeah.
8 times 12?
8 times 12 is
Looking at Jake.
96.
So that's 96 damage.
96.
96 damage to 2 people,
69 damage.
and you'd have to roll to hit, but that also could crit. Throw that out there. Double that.
Oh no.
But we'll pretend that you don't crit on this.
Let's.
So you twin it, that's 96 damage to 2 people. And then if you
192 on a crit.
right, if you hit. But the benefit of Witch Bolt is next turn, you can just do the damage automatically without rolling and no save.
Oh, alright.
And you have 2 channel divinities. So then the next turn, that's the 96 damage again to 2 people because it's twinned. So that's one thing you could do. Also, by casting that, anybody within 10 feet of you would also take 7 lightning damage, including the people you just hit. Or you could do some other crazy. You could do twin chromatic orbs upcast that do 3d8 and explosive lightning damage to do that kind of thing. And you did lightning damage to them, so you can push them back 10 feet because of your 6th level cleric ability. Or if they hit you, or you could make them roll a strength saving throw and get pushed back 20 feet from your 14th level sorcerer ability.
Doesn't even seem like you need to have like good stats to do this class.
Well, you would need at least the 13 charisma and wisdom to multi-class. But then Tempest Cleric, you also
have heavy armor.
Heavy armor and
you can have a shield.
Yeah, heavy armor, shield, and all
martial weapons.
So
you would also be boss in melee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a reasonable strength, a reasonable constitution. As long as you have 3 stats above.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
would. You'd have. I'm assuming in this situation you're half elf, so your charisma's at 20, and you have 19 con and 19 wisdom. So at level 4, those are 3 20s. And then you have 8, 12, 16, and then that would be it. Or no, 8 and 12. I'm sorry, that's all you'd have. You wouldn't get the other. Or 8, 12, and then the other 4.
Right.
So I'm writing down. We got a couple other screen name suggestions.
Now,
What?
Would you have to keep separate track of what stats would you use for casting spells?
You would use your charisma stats to cast sorcerer spells,
Yeah.
and your wisdom to
Wouldn't
cast.
matter because they would both be 20.
Correct. That's one point. They'd both be 20, so it wouldn't matter. Your spell slots are shared.
That's true.
Your
Yeah,
slots
that's
are shared,
what I was thinking about.
But you're prepared and you're known. Like you have your spells known
Okay.
for sorcerer,
Yeah.
and your spells prepared for cleric, which is great
so you
because
switch those out.
you don't have ritual casting on a sorcerer, but you do have ritual casting on a cleric. So things like detect magic, stuff like that, you can prepare. And you have a bunch of those. You have healing, and you have things that you can switch in and out when you need them from the sword or the cleric side, and then you just go for whatever like you hardcore need on the sorcerer side. You still have your meta magic. You also get a couple extra languages. Not that that's huge. You get the 10-foot bonus action fly from Storm Sorcerer. The big one would be, my other thought is Booming Blade, the cantrip.
That's true.
So you hit somebody with Booming Blade. Now they're charged with booming energy. Then you bonus action quicken Lightning Bolt, and you blast them with Lightning Bolt. Now you upscale that to do, that's 3rd level up to 9th level. That's adding 6 more, 14d6 lightning damage maxed. Don't count the damage. You did lightning damage to them, so they take half your sorcerer level, another 7. They're pushed back 10 feet. Come and hit me, and then explode from my booming blade damage. Boom. Stormlord.
But a ranger would still be bad.
Maybe if you combine it with something else.
Ranger and rogue.
Ranger cleric, maybe Ranger nature cleric.
Ranger Rogue wouldn't be bad.
Ranger rogue would be solid, especially if you went mostly rogue.
Yeah.
Just get like, I got my beast companion.
Or if you do the spell list Ranger
Where you
and
get the
take
superiority die.
some fucking maneuvers.
Battlemaster maneuvers?
Yeah. There's a spell list ranger where you turn in all your ranger spellcasting and you get maneuvers, like Battlemaster maneuvers.
Definitely. Alright. That's what
And you can also, you get some healing. You get healing salves, like you put like salves to put on people to do healing. Because they were like, you don't have healing, which is a big part of being a ranger. You don't get conjure animals, which you get a version of that later on.
Right.
But you could do just 4 levels of ranger and do hunter rangers, so you have that thing where you do like
Horde breaker.
horde breaker is what? How's that one work?
When you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original one.
So you could do that, or you could do
Giant killer's not bad. So whenever you get attacked by a large or larger creature, if it hits or misses, you can use your reaction to attack that creature.
I think, and Colossus Slayer is just a free.
Extra D8 if it's already taking damage.
Yeah, so that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
If you can manage to spend some extra extra damage on it.
I mean, especially because at a certain point, you get 2 attacks as a ranger.
Yep.
So you go 5 levels of ranger. You hit him. Oh, now you get an extra D8 the next time I hit him.
Yep. And then you can, not only that, yeah, and you'll get...
Well, the question would be,
All the rogue stuff.
sneak attack only works on 1 attack.
Yeah.
I think it has to be the first. It's the first attack that hits. So I was trying to think, like, if you sneak attacked, added the extra D8. Because if you were an assassin, then you could swing in where you get the auto crit.
Mm-hmm.
If you go first,
Right.
double all that damage. But
Ah.
yeah,
But yeah, then you can do like disarming strike, make them drop their weapon.
yeah.
Evasive footwork.
I like the one that it's goading attack.
Yeah.
If you hit them with a weapon attack, they have disadvantage unless they attack you until the end of your next turn.
That's pretty sweet.
So it's like,
I mean, you do that with that build, and you have, let's say you take sharpshooter,
Yeah.
you shoot someone 100 up to 600 feet away, and unless they're attacking you, they have disadvantage the next turn.
yes. So like you can be like, I'm way far away from that dragon over there, but okay.
But
Hey, stupid dragon!
Yep.
Look at me. Sneak attack.
Yes, dude from 1984. The reason you see just the 4 names and the quote Earth names is because we're not actually playing the game right now. We're doing the discussion, so we switch to just our actual names because we're just discussing Dungeons and Dragons, not actually playing D&D. But that's going to change on Sunday when we're back and we're playing again, 1 p.m. Eastern Time to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Still Eastern Time. It's 5 hours of D&D, guys. They got a long...
It'll be a light day for me.
Yeah? Yeah? A light day for you?
Light day D&D, yeah.
What's the longest
might do it
you've
one
ever
night.
played? Consecutively.
12?
I think.
Whew. That's a long day of D&D.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Might have been like 14. I think it was from like noon to like 2 or 3 in the morning. I mean, we took food breaks and a lot of poop breaks.
A lot of poop breaks.
That's gotta happen.
But
Yeah.
it was, yeah, I think it was like 14 hours.
We need a long rest right now.
No, you cannot.
Like, yes, I can.
What?
That's pretty true.
No.
I gotta do.
Just no.
Oh, God. Everybody at the smell.
Oh.
If you all smell together, it doesn't smell.
Hey, Church, thanks for coming in.
6 threes.
Yes. That
There's
is
no good.
I don't
true.
know if we're actually going to make that, if we're going to do a triple D
Everybody would be a
topic for
druid.
Tuesday, but it is an interesting concept of what you would do if you had the complete opposite end of the spectrum. You rolled 6 threes.
I wouldn't play.
You just wouldn't play at all?
I would be
You'd
a
be
druid.
terrible at everything.
I'd be a druid so I could turn into animals.
Yeah.
And
That's your
have
best
Yeah,
bet.
Yeah.
there you
it's the
go.
only
That's
thing
the
you
best
do.
chance.
We're all
We just had the
druids.
discussion.
Alright, fair enough.
We are all druids. Dumb druids who can't walk
Just wandering
or
around.
talk well.
I'm a ranger because it
weak.
makes sense.
Oh.
Nah, you're bad.
That's bad. Yeah, I don't really think you can do
Just
much
as
else.
bad as that joke.
I think with a 3 intelligence, like,
You're pretty dumb.
You're-
You're like as dumb as most, like some animals.
You're dumber than a
you're
spider.
dumber than most
You'd be as
animals.
smart as
That's
the
a
animal
smart
that
rock.
you turn into.
Maybe I'll be the rock.
Well, your intelligence stays the same.
Yeah, which unfortunately your intelligence stays the same when you
So is your
change.
wisdom and your charisma.
Let's see.
You don't.
Intelligence
Cats.
on a brown bear.
Big
Exactly.
bad
You'd be as
dog.
smart as a cat.
You'd be as smart
With
as a
Down
cat.
syndrome.
Hey, they can be
No,
intelligent.
they can't be
sometimes.
intelligent. They can be assholes.
That's true.
Their only move.
Yeah.
Or a direwolf.
Direwolf.
I don't think
-3.
you could do. I don't think you could do 6 threes.
You would be dead.
You just
You
have
die
to take the standard
instantly.
right.
You might as well just be like, I'm gonna role play a peasant.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna stay home and farm.
That's all you did.
Oh, but I got a disease. And I'm
And I'm dead.
Smarter than a frog.
not as smart as a mule.
Dude from 1984. This
No, you
the
are, but
focus
they have
of
10
this
wisdom.
segment. We do this Dungeons and Dragons and
Smart
discussions
creatures,
things. We
mules.
typically do this after
Oh,
our
all
Tuesday
animals
stream.
have a 10 wisdom.
We haven't done this in a while, but we took a break because we were playing lots of extra D&D. We discussed something Dungeons and Dragons related because typically it started off after every stream. We would just stop and just sit here and talk about D&D for an hour after the stream anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we decided maybe we should just actually stream that too. So this discussion was, what if you rolled 6 18s for your stats in Dungeons and Dragons? What would you play? And we all went over and talked about
The
what
best barbarian.
what we thought we would be. But yeah, really everything's on the table. The nice thing is race isn't really an issue at this point. Like you don't need to optimize yourself for a specific race.
It's always good when
Like-
race isn't the issue.
Like again, like playing a drow.
Why not?
Because you have disadvantage on everything as long as there's sunlight out, but yeah. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of. I mean, it's the only time I could think that like non-variant human could almost be useful, because you would have 19 in every stat.
19.
And then
So
each
close.
level you could up 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Yeah,
It's not the best, but
it's not
It's
the
the
worst.
only-
either.
Then by 12 you would have maxed it.
you have 20 and
everything.
everything. Yeah, and then you still
Well.
have 16 and 19.
Yeah, you're perfect. You could take 2 in every class.
You could
2
2
levels.
in every class, and then 1 in 2 others, I think. Is that right?
Oh no, there's 12. There's 12 classes,
Ah.
so you could take almost 2 in all the
So
classes.
1 in every class, and then 2 in all but 2.
4.
4.
So
That'd be fun.
that'd be weird.
That'd be really weird.
I'd start barbarian. Nah, maybe I'd start fighter and get
I
that.
start bard.
Bard.
Extra skills.
Extra
Skills, man.
Heavy armor.
Depends on the cleric. Cleric can
Well,
get you heavy
also
armor.
at this point you're taking barbarian and monk. So with
Yeah.
all the 20s, you still got a 20 AC with no armor.
That's good.
That's true. That's too funny.
Maybe start as a bard or a rogue.
4 skills. Yeah, that's true. It would be weird. You'd have so many things to manage.
Yeah.
Because you'd have all different spell lists.
Nope.
Because you'd have 2 and probably paladin and ranger, so you'd have to manage bard spell list, cleric spell list, paladin spell list, ranger spell list, sorcerer spell list, warlock spell list, and wizard spell list. Same amount of slots, but you'd still have to.
Upcasting like a motherfucker.
All the level 1 spells.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast. It's the only thing I actually use.
And smites.
Smites.
Upcasting smites.
Upcasting Smites and Eldritch Blast.
It's not a bad idea.
Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna twin it because it's fun. Da-da-da-da.
As long as you target the same person, yeah, it should work. Yeah, I feel like we're probably fairly exhaustive on this topic, unless anybody has anything else they want to mention about 18's, or they want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons in general.
I think we're pretty good on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop this music. It's my custom theme song for Roll for Roll.
Nice.
You gotta make custom theme songs for everybody.
Nice.
So I think I have the best one. It's very Chrono Triggery. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Chrono Trigger was also
Yeah.
good.
Cool. So again, to reiterate the announcements from the beginning, stream naming contest. Thank you again, some of you for giving us names during the stream. Stream naming contest ends 11:59 this Saturday evening at 11:59 Eastern. We will be taking all those names into account. We will be deciding what to play or what to choose before the stream on Sunday. So we will be congratulating you Sunday during the stream at 1 p.m. for winning. And then we'll send you out your D&D folio and your dice and your dice bag in the following week. And then we will be playing no triple D, just straight Dungeons and Dragons for 5 hours. Taking some breaks, obviously, in between, snack breaks, bio breaks, all that good stuff.
Stretching.
Stretching, getting up from the table, sure. We don't know what the characters are going to do. We know they're heading south on the road.
The long
road
road
again.
to Waterdeep.
On the road to Waterdeep. Will they find a dungeon? I don't know.
Will they find a dragon? Just as likely as a dungeon, according to the name of the game.
It's a 50-50.
50-50, I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe we'll find both.
Ooh.
I don't think
or
we're ready for
maybe you'll just find a statue to Maguglia and just goblins everywhere.
Oh, goblins! How many goblins can you kill? Lots and lots of goblins.
Can I remove that curse with Greater Restoration?
I don't.
It's already been
know.
removed.
Ah, okay.
They still don't like me though.
They still don't like him.
For
They
some.
have an inbred hatred towards him. You're lucky there was no statue
Of you.
of you.
Oh no.
Goblins.
Goblins.
Everywhere.
Alright.
Oh my.
Cool.
Yeah. So that
We could kill hundreds of goblins.
Hundreds.
Spirit Guardians would take
Take
down
that.
most of them.
Couldn't touch me.
Upcast Spirit Guardians, every goblin within 15 feet would they have like.
Plus, you can increase the range on it to 30 with your sorcerer.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I think a base goblin has 7 health.
Dead.
Oh, they'd be dead.
So dead.
I'd upcast it to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's what 5d8.
5d8.
5d8 up to 30 feet. You just walk through the goblins and they just drop like flies.
Take a stroll through the goblin.
We'll have to go find Magoogliette
I'd go skipping through the goblins.
itself.
Frolicking.
Yes.
Aslan just pouncing out on the
It'd get weird real quick because it would just be a sea of corpses, and then I'm frolicking through a sea of corpses.
What's the
Then
problem?
walking quickly but solemnly through a sea of
I'm
corpses.
just like, this is bad.
Sorry, guys.
This
Oh,
is bad.
you guys are all
Sorry,
dead.
sorry.
Oh.
How much experience is this? There's 190 goblins, 25 each.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like
Do
kobolds.
you travail in your full armor all the time? The only reason, yes, I'm gonna say, because there is no downside to that per this game mechanic.
Yeah.
I assume that we just most times when there is no real sense of worry that everybody is not in armor, and then they are in the morning unless something happens during the night. But I feel like most situations where you would be ambushed, you would just think, maybe we're in the woods, maybe I don't take off my armor,
I mean, I have prestidigitation, so
clean them up.
if you get stinky, I can just clean you up magically.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some
Me
people
too.
say like, adding
Everybody.
Well, he doesn't need them.
exhaustion for sleeping in armor, but there's no built-in mechanic for it. That used to be a big deal.
Yeah. Takes a while to take off and
10 minutes to take off your armor, another 10 minutes to put it back on. That's longer than most fights you guys have ever had.
That's longer than every fight we've ever had. Except maybe Rudolph.
Rudolph was the longest fight.
So,
That was like 10.
He had a really shiny nose.
so bright.
Yeah.
I wanted to kill him so bad. I wanted to.
Didn't.
I didn't. But I really did
Wanted
want to.
You wanted to. Oh well.
I wasn't going to let him ruin Wintercrest for the children.
That's good of you.
He's a good person.
Theron
Yeah.
tries.
Aaron tries.
Aaron does. He
Just
endures. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you again, everybody that was here. We will catch you on. For me, it'll be a double D&D day. I will be playing. We'll be running this game for 5 hours. I'll be taking a 2-hour break, and then jumping online to play Roll for Roll. So I'll be there all of the D&Ds.
Whoa.
All the D's.
All of the Ds, but not triple D.
40s.
40s. Anyway, guys, have a great night. We will catch you guys on Sunday.
Later, nerds.
Slon. Like so long.
Roll down
Slon.
10.
Slow.
I wrote down 10. I don't know why.
I didn't just make a word.
Oh, did we get any
It's
experience
Irish.
for role playing and whatnot?
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? Probably not.
Maybe because you like us so much.
How far away? I'm just
You can
curious.
do that.
Oh, you're from the next level because you guys got a ton last time. I'm just curious. I didn't
I-
say I was
I-
giving you a level.
I am 2,800 away.
Are you really that close?
What's the level?
60.
I am 2,300 away.